buy an addition, and even less will be only W. We buy the attack, we are waiting for the fall to you fall as the level of the risks of luck. Qualitatively competent strategy. And now I want to draw your attention to the risks increased ethno that would be worth a share cash more. That is, I keep their 21%. Well, you can even up to 25 in the near future raise this share. But if the market falls, nobody knows. The future is not worth guessing. You just need to prepare and improve your trading strategy. Here's a trading god squabbles on the wrong channel. Investment strategy. Of course, investment. Remember that trading professionals are engaged. If you professional with a 95% chance you will lose money, therefore it is better invest the math. Waiting for your comments. Write what you think. The news is scary, but you shouldn't panic. You need to work with them to work with incoming data and trying to protect yourself can be in. There will be a collapse in the near future. Husband will not. It will be possible in 6 months. It will be possible now. 6 months you will be prepared, and then suddenly the rate will increase. He can do anything in 6. Just because you watch this video, very revered news made a decision. What are they whispering to you? Scared? No, you just need take all risks and try yourself to secure. This is what you need to do. Here is a brief explanation of what I am doing in the framework you're trading. And within investment account words, my investment account 1, investment account 2 looks like this, it looks like this. Well, the traders are not there. I will show that there are many different. Just because you watch this video, very revered news made a decision. What are they whispering to you? Scared? No, you just need take all risks and try yourself to secure. This is what you need to do. Here is a brief explanation of what I am doing in the framework you're trading. And within investment account words, my investment account 1, investment account 2 looks like this, it looks like this. Well, the traders are not there. I will show that there are many different. Market originated from the FRS, in fact, in for a year and a half. What will happen next? Will it pass by us or somehow touches me? Not I know. But protect yourself naturally. No need to place bets for everyone. Balance is not needed. Of course, there is something short shoulder. No need to go out there because of the stock held for 5 years. Market originated from the FRS, in fact, in for a year and a half. What will happen next? Will it pass by us or somehow touches me? Not I know. But protect yourself naturally. No need to place bets for everyone. Balance is not needed. Of course, there is something short shoulder. No need to go out there because of the stock held for 5 years. Well, plus there is also a bonus at the bottom, 1,000 rubles for opening an account in Tinkoff, because you will help someone who just wants to get started invest. But what comes now, maybe it will pass imperceptibly, but too much. Some strange strong statement. We see how Fred affects the market as she filled this window topic for PayPal. But this topic he just incredible training and our group gathered several weeks. How many a week can be back a few weeks ago? I am asked now in general somehow jaws those people who videos inspection is. Well, you can get in the group is already assembled here. Watch my video about you. Subscribe to other social networks. There I am talking about investments. More this the link below will be on Instagram and Telegram. The cash does not mean that you need to display, you need to sell shares. No, you don't. I need a plus. I still want to display our mind, which was at the beginning of this. The video does not need to be done. Select assets competently and of high quality. Follows a competently high quality strategy, and integration training would be nice here. So I want to remind you what I had. Somehow didn't sit down for several hours spend on completely transferring it. I bought shares for this in an hour, 21%, and there is a little bit more than half an hour, 1% than necessary. But given the current news, it is okay. I can be strong. Panic who is very afraid invest, or someone has nerves from volatility, and having found at 25, 30 even percent hold in the near future. Keep a share of the cash. I recently had a 25%. I bought additional shares on Instagram. I showed she told now a little less. She became 21% in general. Owes 20. Keep a little more percent more accumulated. Since I have been long kept pulling, it wasn't easy. Even time set aside for that's due to the fact that I switched from Tinkoff to another broker with time companies, and you have a different market. Overtaking will not work, and most likely you will lose a lot of money on this. Even will vaguely fall there to buy it is not a fact. The grow up at the bottom there where hang out. We will have a lot of water data watched. What you invest, yes, let's say if you invest on average on the market average in the market you 500 it go there, you can buy. Well, you need so that in the event of a stock collapse, just buy. Here an important nuance, huge, such an important moment. What shares have you bought? If you just so at random you pick something, you don't know what to do with them, what to buy. In addition, fix the most likely dream of something it will turn out. You type not. What do I use as part of tourism? It's their trade with their speculation. Now covered all positions on the trades. The doing is part of the action. Long term investments. I invest in long-term 5-10 years, and I will not sell shares, but need to keep the cash pad on the account. Then the starship do not suffer from sweat this sharp fall, but get ready only. This music is what they say to us. Maybe I'm all too intent. I read between the lines, but this is a consequence of my work I have to do, so that money to earn money for trading. and maybe I panic a little from this point. Much stronger well, and falls probably also the principle is stronger, and it's all under uncertainty on the stock market is all under a very strange statement in the media, prepares us as if they were being prepared for the masses collapse at the snap of your fingers want so by the market for manipulating what you know. Their warning let's get. If you are interested too, I will give you information here is the 19th year here are such here interesting flow on the breakdown of the level here I am everything fixed there grew up on wrong strongly of course he is anyway fixed in that fell again 3 times 4 depending on the coin, now it is growing. Managed $1 million crypto fund then there was control here at all perfect pattern you can be stunned, and I went out under such cartridges, save the fund 600,000 it was now I will show for example on the trading channel too I show it all naturally. Growth and Rosary going west, she is usually on some bullshit draw complex holes difficult you yourself, but now it is very clear the market is unfolding very clearly this everything under the news, background it happens can the chickish grow up, and therefore a new one maxim fly, I won't be surprised at anything after tenfold growth, but what happening now I already have such a video I saw it in Firstly 2021 years is a record year according to my income. Although it is past year literally 2 months we were evil months record profitability last month, so I took it out a couple of times in the footsteps battle in 2 months in fact a record beat its annual profitability in general that's so strong Ridge RST, and what are you understood, and what is happening now I do not I've seen for 2 years the last time here such output see walnuts. The question seems to be created here a little investor attention is distracted, and blurred focus is risk as I am with this risk struggling first. As for my many people ask about trading I don't know why apparently it's interesting a little here I will make an excursion. What is happening on the crypto market now I have not seen currencies for 2 leaflets for some reason in the media now published in one way or another media now here's another published that fares are still on ecology looks here ecology can you need to negatively affect the economy is to pay attention to what kind of ecology, how to negatively affect the economy. Apparently getting ready for me on click I don't know how to raise a finger, and dumpy not to blame yes well nevertheless read this news press already somewhere in the direction of the deck they look without some theses are absolutely water some statements are not very good at all it is clear, why this is there why there. Accordingly the shares will fall sharply shares all other risky assets volume by the way, real estate is also a record bella over the past year against the background of the fact that we sometimes forget the interest rate real estate will suffer too so, while the rate of the FRS has not yet been raised. We will increase, and the market will collapse, if so will happen, and why should I buy stocks will now wait for their lower cheaper in parallel with those who are sitting in promotions they are their footsteps will go for example to speculators more short will start more offers less demand for. Parallel to the fact, if the FRS raises the rate is clear the matter will now be less demand for shares accordingly, investors will want buy cheaper they understand them have already programmed, not even that understands both the FRS and the rate on the price assets in them have already been programmed they said that here we are gradually now we are gradually creative statements after us in fact for almost a year they talked about the fact that before the age of 23 0% will surely somehow moment will refuse help we have fixed it now stock the market is under pressure the stock market declines amid negative news from us central for the markets to crash the manipulation seems to pass programming as well as between lines now I'm 100% sure of it it will be what you know we are rather picking everything up earlier it will be gradually we will most likely you there we will tell all this in advance we will explain we will do that is if I told you before that in the media they still publish information that before the age of 23 the rate will be 0% if you read between the lines it is clear that they are no longer sure about it. And it goes preparing investors for what when raises the rate at the snap of his finger. The economy recovered faster than expected largely due to the incentive and vaccines this will allow the central bank refuse help at some point at least he says it will pass very gradually with more transparency refuse help at some point. Affects the revaluation of risk assets type of shares, and even more risky type we only trade cryptocurrencies, but how for Crimea is not worth anything at all, have grown 10 times in a year so now we learn what Pavel is saying. Hard left at 0, and in fact 0% we see now 0.2 to be more precise, we mean 0 yield on reliable asset which is just the same. 0% we do not plan it yet increase pay attention to not we plan and increase, that is, between the lines if you read, you understand that it's not also definitely a plus to the meeting of the SFRS part under the chairman, voted for the rate hike is already big. You need to fix the current rhetoric FRS USA, if still 10 months ago us said that the rate of 0% would be some time has passed until 2023, and the rhetoric gradually changed it worsened from the point of view of investors, and just recently we had a meeting of the FRS, where we were told that yes, we leave until 23 of the year the rate is probably the rate will be up to 23. English and American and other Ajax bonds team projects daily. The internet market always provides you actual databases functional, are also free admission functions available by subscription. Downloading these plans makes life easier. Investors link in the worth paying attention app. Div plan calculates plan dividend coupon income your portfolio for the year ahead. It works. Just type the plan into the div. Interested in bonds from the stock, get calendar's forecast of payments in application more than 40,000 Russian. And it seems all the same. Fix the next moment, which I will show after a small advertising pause. Use Excel for counting. You know how to pay off your investments. Here they take energy time, so here are the tables. There has long been a convenient replacement for which worth paying. FRS rates, in principle, one way or another. Any hype topic in recent months closes in on this. In parallel with us, there is news that the economy restored this floor we fix. It seems like there are more and more workers in our hands. Everything is wonderful. Less people applying for unemployment benefits. I saw such situations in trading and give us a couple of examples of how I use them. Remember, in order to understand that happening now. News. Main news last month: inflation freeze, money printing, zero interest rate, FRS, expensive assets bubbles. Why is the tension in the stock market a little higher now? How pride? Guess I'll tell you what I am. Have you read any news interpreting what I'm waiting for next? And why there are so many risks now? I have not seen investments in my life. Tension, and what is it connected with? There are many factors before the moreover trader, and even more so investor on the chart watching. 90% do not understand at all what is going on. I have a guess. You know that there is uncertainty, but investors, and they sell not buy. Speculators are sitting there trading. Play now, bought or sold now. Here at us, increased, definitely increased vol. Remarkably depreciated our ruble, and now currencies there grew up at this moment. Usually here we have a negative correlation on our market from our market, and behold the American stock market, which is slightly, there is nothing interesting going down here. Ours, a slightly expanding volatility, and it is in an uptrend. Interesting stressful situation. Enough potential was an outlet. Well, in terms of those analysis, potential was going beyond support there. The sale would start. All began to massively record. The Ministry of Finance still has its losses, who promised to buy back $1 more, and still worked more. Do not trade for a long time. Do not speculate with I was just an investment. That was important understanding. Important clarification. Comments for new viewers who I don't know what I'm doing to understand. I am right. This is how it looks now. The market ruble, bad ruble here. He is bad for them. How are you? You see, he grew up there by 15%. Long rounded ruble fell. Devaluation takes place here. Everything was great. The news that I will tell you, I hope today, will make you think about the correctness your actions, decisions on financial market. Because what happens now, I haven't been long enough. A little background. I, as you know, a mushroom trader in the foreign exchange market on and stock market investor. Scripts I money earn Adam's main job. I bring them into stocks I invest in.